everyone, it's Friday. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, IKUE. Today is Friday, December 20th, 2024, and a step 29, the last day of Sagittarius. To be exact, tomorrow morning we wake up to still step 29. So, technically we have 2 days of step 29, the grand finale of Sagittarius. So today, Sagittarius, enunciate the word. So today is a very special day, and I just look at my notes and I realize that every time I have step 29, then it's actually a very powerful day for me. So we'll get into that more. But let me know how you guys are feeling, where you guys are tuning from. Very happy you guys are here. It's a welcome to Embody Your True Essence. It's the IG, Instagram podcast, talk about what I'm going through and just set the intention of the day. So today is about grand finale of 29 Sagittarius. Is a day to manifest, but it's a day to it's not a that was yesterday. Today was more like the embodiment, the Virgo energy. Whatever you believe, you're gonna embody it on earth. So in order for us to manifest and embody, we need integrity, right? So you may feel that it's a little bit of nervous energy. It's is it gonna happen? Maybe things are gonna happen last minute, but this is the time for us to really believe, and that's why we spend the last 30 days thinking about what we believe and upgrading our belief systems. I hope that makes sense for everybody. But let's get into before that. So I noticed that my left side is my hips. My left hip, my left arm is giving me a lot of sign, and obviously maybe part of me that I'm not really listening to, but I can't see people signing in. It's so weird. Hi everybody, can you see me? If you can comment, that'll be great. But I like having the Friday filter here. Okay, so let's just rub our hands, get into the groove. Hi, welcome everyone. I think the IG setting, I can't see. Can you type? I can't see people signing in. It's just we're telling your followers that you've started a live video, and I can see people posting, but yeah, that's really weird. Okay, Instagram is weird. Let's clap the hands. I'm gonna keep going. Maybe that's the energy of the day anyways. Okay, so let's rub our nails, rub our knuckles, and feel our energy bone. Just be where you are, appreciating where you are, where you're heading. Everything is good. I want to start with sinus release quickly. Take your right hand and go into the left side of your nose, and you pin it gently, and take your left hand and stretch the skin, and just help us open up a sinus. And just move around with your mouth. 2, 3, through your nose. 2, 3. Try breathing. Yeah, definitely my left side, open that up. Take this left hand, go into the right side of your nose, and stretch, and breathe. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. And relax. I'm gonna quickly do totally twisted, just a 6 breaths. So you can cross your legs if you want, and take your right hand underneath your left armpit and left hand on the top of your right shoulder, and turn your head to the left and body to the right, and breathe your mouth. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. I needed that. Okay. I feel hot. I woke up feeling hot. I don't know if that's the temperature of the room, but yeah. Okay, so let's start reading what Serious Joy has to say on this special day. Is a Sagittarius 29. So I believe in miracles. I love that affirmation. Integrity rules the day. Don't worry, you are not being judged by the universe, but you may be tested on anything you said you believe in, Sagittarius. Respond to any test to yourself with patience, love, compassion, and more love. The goal for today and hold the feeling for the next 2 following days is to believe in your life's purpose and feel that purpose. Every action, movement, or behavior should support this feeling or life purpose. It's time to be what you seek to become. Okay, I love that. I'll say this again. The goal for today and hold the feeling for the next 2 following days is to believe in your life's purpose and feel that purpose. Every action, movement, or behavior should support this feeling and or life purpose. It's time to be what you seek to become. So whenever, for the next 2 days, maybe we're not so good at it throughout the day, but next 2 days, we need to work extra hard to hold on to that belief system. Like every time this doubt comes and the fear cripples in, and it's like, stop yourself and learn to calm your mind. And maybe you can bring up some of the evidence that it's like, this shows that they, this, then that, and this will happen, right? And then calming your mind, calming your ego, because ego try to protect us all the time and help us take some actions, but based on fear. And this is where we need to stop ourselves, especially for the next 2 days. It's like, no, this is not how we live our life anymore. I learned that I am learning to trust rather than fear, right? Fearing the unknown or trusting the unknown. Here comes, this is like the days that you prove it to yourself that you can hold on to faith rather than running around with fear. So the moon is early Virgo will exaggerate your awareness of small things. Think of it as a close-up view. Respond to any feelings with self-love. Respond to any feeling with self-love. Okay, final test. Today is the final day of I Believe Sagittarius transit. Any lesson that you have learned about believing yourself in the last 30 days could be tested today. A relationship, situation, or experience may test what you believe, or contrary evidence may come in at the last minute that make it appear as though you could be wrong. In all cases, stay true to what you feel. So hold on to what you believe. That's what matters, right? Step 29 is a combination of what you feel and your ego action energy. 9. A mixture of your beliefs, your feelings, and ego set up the possibility for flare-ups, passionate arguments, or acting out in a manner you did not intend. If your feelings are carrying any personal baggage, your ego can become defensive to your own feelings. So be careful, right? Check your ego in hand, and so that we can take positive action rather than negative action based on fear. But you're gonna be triggered. That's what it says. To avoid acting out on other people, focus your ego's attention onto your own feelings today. Respond to your emotional needs before responding to other people. It may feel as though your beliefs are being tested, but in reality, your feelings will be the first level of what's tested. Nurture your feelings back into a calm, collected energy before responding to anyone or situation. The other test that could come today may involve something you believe in. In this case, you may hear contrary information or bad news about what you believe to be true. Okay. You may hear contrary information or bad news about what you believe to be true. Again, the best course of action is to respond to the challenge according to what your feelings tell you. If your feelings tell you the bad news is not true, go with what you feel until conclusive evidence comes in. In each of your stories today, stay true to your new vision, belief, or perspective. Perceptive. I feel like there's a lot of typo here. Stay true to your new vision, belief, or perspective. If you're challenged on what you believe, respond according to how you're feeling inside. You'll be tested on your new messaging, attitude, or communication skills today. Be mindful of your self-love to maintain integrity. Use your beliefs as your ultimate guide. Anything unfinished or flawed with your long-term plans for children, creativity, or romance will be brought to your attention today. Be conditionally loving when you correct the situation. Do not judge or condemn yourself. Today's goal is to respond directly to your feelings, not others. Verify believing with a feeling. So, check your ego, and what you can control is yourself as always, not towards others, right? So going inwards as usual. 365 days of the week, the year. Respond to your feelings, not to others' reaction, and react upon others people's actions, right? If any of your beliefs, narrative, or perspective are not in alignment with your heart, they could fall apart today. Although unfortunate, it will be a blessing in disguise if you have managed to deceive yourself this far. The deception will be visible today. Try not to deny the evidence. Your feelings will alarm the truth or not. This is very deep and interesting because, I am learning to be better at accepting my mistakes and learning to accept that I'm gonna make mistakes and learning to accept that I'm gonna be kind to myself through all this experience and things that I need to, experience. Maybe I make a mistake so that I can learn something and I get to experience something, right? It's not entirely my fault. Or maybe I come across someone's reaction and it's like, literally, I get to tell myself, it's like, this is not result of how I feel, right? So I think that's okay. And now, maybe today could be a day that you've been doing something and then you realize that it's not very it's not very effective or working out for you, for me, and then but it's okay. Whatever happens, it will be a blessing in disguise. And what you have to, maybe, like we try our best, right, as usual, but then it's okay. The deception will be visible today. Maybe you've been deceiving yourself, but we never meant to do that, right? We are staying true to our heart, and it's like, okay, I made a mistake, but I think it's safe to tell ourselves, it's okay. So now, narrative, your beliefs, narrative, perspective, those are the things that we need to pay attention. Maybe it will fall apart, but whatever fall apart was not aligned with your heart, right? Trust that process. So try not to deny the evidence. Your feelings will affirm the truth or not. Good luck. I love myself, and I will love myself some more. So that is the truth. Yeah, that is the energy of the today. Today is 29 Sagittarius. That effect will continue through tomorrow because the step number that you wake up to is a step number that rules the day. And so happen to be today. So today and tomorrow. Now, I would like to share, I did this 40 Days of Truth and Purpose program with Serious Joy. I think it was like over year ago, and it was that requires a heavy journaling, and it's a self-paced program, but I got to manage to do this really heavy 40 days that helped me understand more about my astrology chart, and that's why I'm here, because of the program I went through. Now I look at these notes I have here. So there's a concept that called vortex. I'm going to vortex. and it's a concept. I think it doesn't really exist. Like, it's not about the planets or anything like that. I forgot how they actually calculate, but it's a concept that when something in the middle. So sorry, I'm totally, that's how far my knowledge goes. But if you look at astro.com and vortex, it's basically the statement. It's about what you're fated to. And turned out to be, today is that my vortex, so 29 Sagittarius, 5th house, and that's where my vortex is. And so if you are curious, I'm just going to read and remind myself. So vortex is where the fate I decided, and special encounter, special event. And if I have anyone around me with the sun sign or moon sign with 29 Sagittarius, this person is my lucky person. And it's like step number for me, 29. So for whatever that your vortex is in, I'm for me 29. So every time, each zodiac sign have 30 days, and there will be 29 Libra, 29 Sagittarius, 29 Capricorn, and every time 29 comes, is a miniature vortex of basically it's like a little portal for me. So it's like what I just read is like, there's a lot of anxious energy around it, but I like to think that that's actually my lucky number, and this is where I can really hold on to my belief and love myself and love myself more. Now, so shows the expression of my soul, and it's about fated. I'm fated to become, I'm destined to become, and all of that. Yeah, so I am fated to comprehending mastery in my self-love, and to embody my mastery. I need to act on my feelings when loving and creating. So it's kind of like a code that I need to explain myself. But basically, today for me is a very special day. My vortex is in the 29 Sagittarius. It's about my lucky number, little portal, and it's about loving myself, and by mastering, love myself all the way when something tells me something else or otherwise. But it's like, no, I choose to love myself in this life, and by doing that, that's the mastery. And from that place of love, I act upon it, so that and if I follow my feeling and I love myself and I act upon it, I'm gonna be destined to success. I like to think like that. Yeah. But I think there's a lot of truth in that. It doesn't have to be today for anyone, right? If that resonate with. And here comes the interesting part. When I study about vortex, and Sensei Christopher, the Serious Joy, said, wherever you have someone in your life have sun or moon 29 Sagittarius is a really lucky number. And that turned out to be Gary Linehan from Human Garage. And so he's my lucky person. And then the encounter is fate, and they are destined to be in your life, something that I already signed up for before I came on earth. Yeah, it's my magical number. It's create the mini portal. So I guess that's for me, that's scary. I already shared that when I first learned it, and it's like, she's like, he said, it's like, that makes sense. That's very interesting. Yeah. So definitely it's a lucky number. Maybe that's why when I first met Gary, there's something inside of me. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And I just think about, we go through a lot of things and being triggered, and like finding community, soul tribe, and learning lessons along the way. But I think a lot of things that we are learning throughout the day is not so much about what this person's doing or what's happening in the world. It's more about everyone, I feel like everyone is going through their own karma and releasing their own karma through people, through community. And maybe at the end of it, there's nothing to do with what exactly you're dealing with. It's about the emotions and energy that you're working through. And that's the paradigm shift, right? And it's very hard because sometimes we just want to point in that fingers onto people, right? Like, this is because of you, this is happening. But I often go inside and just think about, okay, why is this happening for me? There's maybe part of me that I don't believe this thing enough, or maybe I need to love myself on the area more. I need to be maybe more loud, or maybe I just need to shift the narrative so that I just like sit down on a chair and be so confident that things will happen, you know? So, like, for example, I teach in-person Fascia Universe classes, and I want all my classes to be packed and, you know, successful, right? But Vancouver is a place where people are definitely swayed by, controlled by weather, to say the least. Around this time, the weather is, we don't really get snow, but it's just like so much rain, right? And it's cloudy and gloomy. You don't get to see sun. Very once in a while you get sun, and it's like makes us happy, but overall it's very gloomy. And so there's a seasonal anxiety that exists among many people in Vancouver, and that's just the truth. People don't want to go outside, people don't want to go do anything, right? And I do these classes and I encourage people to come, and I do my best. But then, you know, with the holiday season coming up and my attendance, the number of attendance drops. And here comes, like, you know, I could maybe just think about all the excuses and reasoning. But at the same time, it's like, you know, maybe it doesn't really matter what's happening with the weather. People will make it even in a stormy weather, rainy weather, right? But there are lots of reasons, and you know, like, I'm not really just blaming myself for that, but yeah, I'm just thinking about, okay, how can I shift so that the weather is not affecting the number of my classes, or the location is not really the issue for people. People still gonna make it to my class. So something that I've been thinking about. And I think at the end of it, just trusting, you know, maybe this thing is not meant to work out, but at the same time, just, you know, set the intention. I am setting the intention that I am good enough. I am enough, right? I am worthy. And demand, like, it's my birthright. Like, this is how I show up to the world. So I go through that, right? Emotion. I think we all go through that, and figuring out our life purpose. And you know, maybe the things that you're working on, maybe next thing you realize that, okay, maybe this is not something that I should be focusing on, so I'm gonna go on to the next one. So, but then you can come back to it, right? So there's a lot of moving parts. Here comes that concept of age of Aquarius. We're meant to flow. We're meant to be flaky, right? In a sense, but the foundation is, the core belief is there, right? We know that what we are doing is meant to be something, and it requires a lot of attention and amount of faith that we need to have. Yeah. Do you guys have any things that working through your core belief? Like, are you clear with your life purpose? Even if you're not, that's okay, because we're here, and we just, you know, we're literally moving into the life that you were born to live, rather than, you know, whatever the old story was, life that you were born to, right? Like, it seems like you have no choice. It was a fate, you know, maybe you chose your abusive parents and have a, you know, really sad childhood. But those old story is literally gone. So whatever you felt and the programming that you had because of that, like, you get to just drop it and that's the power, right? We get to drop it. If you don't feel like you can drop it, just trust that we are releasing at this moment, right now, right here, right now. So moving from the old story to a new story, from the life that you're born to life you are born to live. And this is where you can focus. And what's inside of this life that you're born to live, right? I think in the old story, it was really hard for you to find the true love, right? And because you had this fear that it's gonna fail at some point, then you will never get that, right? But now you're in this new story that it's possible for you to find true love, and easily and effortlessly. You don't have to work hard. Maybe in this new story, it's just like, it gives me a lot of hope as I'm saying that. Maybe in this new story, it's so easy for you to attract abundance. You don't need to work hard. Like, you're so fully embody the fact that you get paid to exist. It gives me a lot of hope. Like, it's like, throughout the day, like, I'm very committed in nature. I have a lot of Capricorn energy, 29. I'm 26 Libra. And I was listening to one of those, videos. Anyways, I heard Gary saying 26 Libra is very calmic. And I'm a balancer. And so I was watching this Behind the Wheel series of Human Garage, and which is so much, actually it's very educational. I enjoy watching them. And he was talking about what 26 Libra means. And 26 nets an 8. That's the Capricorn energy. There's something about me inside that is so committed and integrity, and it's very calmic. Like, when you talk about ride or die, that's the type of energy. You're in or you're out, and I'm all the way in, right? And I will never get off this treadmill. If you go on a treadmill together, Will Smith used this expression. Like, if you go on a treadmill, maybe I'm not as talented as you are, but if we go on a treadmill together, you're the person to get off first, because I am not just going to get off. And that's the type of energy that represent integrity, right? Like, okay, you do whatever you want, you fall out, do your thing, it's okay. But that doesn't apply to me. That's the type of energy, and that's for me. That's a 26 Libra, and that connects to my energy in vortex. For people, I'm gonna vortex, yeah. So that's a concept, but I was just like, throughout this live, I'm talking about where my vortex is. You can look it up from your astro chart, but my vortex is in 29 Sagittarius. So there's just a mini portal, not even a mini portal, it's actually a portal for me. So this is where I'm reminding myself, like, okay, today is the day. I'm getting into this portal where I get to manifest whatever I want. Maybe I'll go back to my painted picture again. I'm just thinking about that. Yeah, so it's just such a powerful day in a sense. Whether you have a vortex on 29 Sagittarius, this is where, Sagittarius is, it's about expansion. They were so spontaneous, they were so adventurous, they were such a believer, daydreamer. And when some other signs, zodiac signs, some other people say, it's like, no, let's stay conservative, let's stay. It's like Sagittarius, no, this is what we're gonna do, let's go, right? And keep it going when no one believes in us. And they will just go for it, right? That's the type of energy that requires a lot of integrity and the belief and faith in you, right? And that's the type of energy. So whatever that reminds you today, you don't have to listen. Maybe ego wants to protect you so much, right? Like, I think I'm still learning what the voice from my ego, what the voice from my mind, can you differentiate them, right? But I feel like I remember Sensei Christopher saying, the voice from ego is it's kind of like just doing chores. Like you take care of yourself, you do laundry, drink some more water. Or if you're still watching, he's still water. Here comes the Shane. Or doing chores, or maybe go groceries. Or it's like a survival part, like making sure your body's alive. And whatever action you take based on that, like to take care of yourself, to maintain yourself, like your body, is the ego part, the action from your ego, right? So that this body is maintained. And I think that's very it's amazing what our ego does, right? Thank you, ego, for protecting me. But if this ego overprotecting us, that's when we try to protect everything. It's like no. But I think it's like the balance of ego, thank you, I'm worthy of having that best version of my ego that always supports me, always know what's good for me. But then sometimes the ego is in fight or flight, then we need to shut them down. And the mind likes to think about lots of things, logical things, and talk. And the brain, the voice from the brain and the voice from the mind, I feel like it's the same thing. Yeah. It's very interesting. Like in the English, like the North American way of describing thing, I've been talking about the voice from the heart, the voice from the brain, voice from the minds are different. But in the Japanese language, when you think, there are different types of thinking and different types of kanji, the Chinese character we use. But when you think with your heart, it's like there's a different words for the actual physical heart, and when you feel with your heart, we say kokoro, and kokoro means heart, but the word that I use for our physical heart is different. So I think intuitively, in our language, I think we know that we think with our heart, we feel with our heart, and we know that it's like immediately, like it right here when we think, when we feel. But we say think, but I think it's actually meant that we feel in our heart, what we feel in our heart. And the logical mind is meant to support this desire. Again, it's always talk about the difference between, connecting and finding the perfect balance between two. So what I'm trying to say right now is just learning to honor this from this embodiment and the feeling. I don't know, I'm just like, words are just coming up, but whatever you feel is the truth, and we get to honor it. It's a privilege for us to honor it, and it doesn't matter what this says, what our ego, what's our mindset, and trying to convince us to take some action that may be detrimental, right? Or because of the fear programming. But we are learning that no, this is not how we live our life. Talk about we're coming out of this fear programming and creating this new matrix for ourselves. That's what's possible inside of our own matrix. It's a love programming. Oh, I like that. Instead of fear programming, we're coming out of this fear programming. We're in this love programming. And in our fear programming, it's when someone does something, we tend to go into this fearful state. It's like, is this good for me? All of that boundary setting. But in our love programming, we know that this is the truth and this is what I'm going to do. And collaboration is the truth, and I have my own part that I do, and they have their own part that they do, and I get to express myself. It is safe for me to be me. It's safe for me to take action. Just be that, right? I want to just be that. There's no way, this is my fear programming. This is not true for me. Just go in there. I'm part of this. I'm part of this. I am doing this. Walking my path. Walking my path along with people that come with me in my life. And I'm doing this to shine my light. So that's that truth, and that's what I like to believe. So yeah, I'm empowering myself through this. And whatever you believe, it doesn't matter what people say. Maybe it's not true. But here comes, like, no, this is true for me. This is what I'm going to believe, and this is what I'm going to do, and I am going to have a lot of fun doing it. So, yeah, love programming, fear programming versus love programming. I like that. Yeah, that's what I like to embody. So, it's time for us to pick a card, and I tap 29 times. This is for us and collective. And beautiful card. Your real reality is a reflection of your inner world. Your reality is a reflection of your inner world. Your reality is a reflection of your inner world. This is super powerful. This is the truth. Yeah. The quality of your thoughts reflect the quality of your life. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "You are what you think all day long. Your thought creates your reality. What you focus on expands, as above, so below," and the list of saying goes on to show what we think we become. Whether you choose to understand it or not, the law of attraction seems to be happening at every moment. When you change your thoughts, you begin to change your reality. When you change your thoughts, you begin to change your reality. The difference between an optimist and a pessimist is choice. You always have power every moment. You either choose to see the glass half full or half empty. You can search for the silver lining or play the powerless victim role. I like that. You can search for the silver lining or play the powerless victim role. It's up to us. It's up to you. It's up to me. You get to decide what type of reality you want to experience. When you choose to look on the bright side, you begin to notice the beauty in life. If you find yourself in a funk, begin to examine the latest thoughts and feelings you've been focusing on. What type of energy do they reflect? Use your creative imagination to picture the life you want and believe it is possible for you. Use your creative imagination to picture the life you want and believe it is possible for you. You have everything you need within to create your wildest dreams. Notice all the good stuff. You hold the power. I create my reality with the thoughts I think and the feelings I feel. So I think that the card that I pick is perfect for the energy of today, 29 Sagittarius. Today is the day to prove it to yourself that you believe in yourself, and you prove it to yourself that you love yourself so much that you believe in yourself. You deserve this best life that you imagine, the best life that you know. Use your imagination. What could be possible, right? What could be possible? Yeah. And then when I think about all those daydreaming, it's my heart jumps with joy, and that's the truth, right? Can you imagine whatever you thought is so difficult to manifest and to come alive? It's actually so easy for you to manifest. Can you just think about that? Whatever you think is so hard to manifest, but it's actually so easy. And it will come so easily and effortlessly. All you have to do is just sit on a throne with a crown. You're a king, you're the queen, and you just know your power, and you're so powerful. You sit and you attract. Everything is possible. That's the energy that I fully want to embody for the next 2 days. I'm going to try that and remind myself how powerful I am. My reflection is a reflection. My Our reality is a reflection of our outer inner world. Our reality is a reflection of our inner world. So that's the truth. So I hope that help you get inspired to go through our day. Today's a Friday, it's a weekend, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. And Christmas is coming. I don't know if you guys celebrate. Personally, I don't really do much because I don't really have like family here. But I normally go into this victim role. I used to play this victim, what it says, powerless victim role. That to think I'm a holiday orphan and I need to, you know, do something or feel sad about things. But part of my body is feeling it, this sadness, and it's manifesting it. But again, I'm reminding myself, I don't do this fear programming anymore. I am in this love programming, and I get to have all that blessing life has to offer. And they were here. Yeah. So be it till it comes. Act as if. I'm gonna write it down. Act as if, because there's a lot of power in act as if. You know, maybe we all have to be delusional, right? We all have to be delusional. And I think culturally, I was born and raised in Japan. Culturally, this act as if doesn't really have the concept. Like, we were taught, we are programmed to be humble. There's a lot of beauty in humbleness. And I will take some of the good part. I still have that in me. But it's time for us to accept how powerful, how loved, how brilliant we are, instead of thinking, no, don't say that, you know. So that's the part. I'm coming out from my humbleness of cultural programming into know my power and own my power, be that power, but I'm still humble, you know. So that's the energy. So let's finish with the heart and the brain. And I'm creating some heat. Thank you guys for being here. Let's clap your hands. And so that's rubber nails, rubber knuckle. Enjoy your energy. Tell your body you are safe and protected. I take care of you. You are blessed. We are blessed. Oh. Now, right hand on your heart, left hand on the top of your head. Feel your heartbeat. Feel with your heart. Think with your heart. That's a concept for today. Let's take a deep breath through your mouth. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. Repeat after me. Hello, brain. Hello, mind. Hello, ego. Hello, body. Thank you for protecting me. I appreciate your protection, but I trust that you're gonna be learning to trust the voice from my heart. You can release, relax, do what your heart says. I am safe in my body. I don't need excessive protection anymore. You're the servant of my heart. Hello, heart. You are in charge. I trust you. I trust the feelings from you. I honor you. I choose joy. I choose love. I love myself. I am lovable. I am loved. I am appreciated. I am valued. I shine my own light every moment. I am safe. I am protected. I am provided. I am powerful. I am courageous. I'm confident. I am enough. I'm worthy. I am worthy of receiving the best version of myself. I'm worthy of receiving the best version of situation, things, circumstances, people in my life. I show up to the world with so much kindness, but I am kind to myself the most. I am forgiving. Even when I make mistakes, I am still lovable. People appreciate me. I am abundant. I am healthy. My body cooperates with me and moves with me easily and effortlessly. I appreciate my body. I don't chase, I attract. I am tapping into my magic of femininity every single day. I flow, I attract. All is well. Only good things come my way. You can add anything you want. Let's do another 6 breath breathing. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. How's your body? Focus on the sensation. Do you believe that you're on the right track? Everything is here for you. You're so blessed. You're so loved. You're provided. You're safe. It's so easy to attract what you want in life. And you are safe. It is safe to be you. It is safe to take action, and it's okay for you. It's safe for you to make mistakes. It's safe for you to experience life. It's safe for you to exist in the world, and you are loved, and you came here, and it's your birthright to feel lovable, to be loved, to feel safe, to be provided, and trust that whatever you're passionate about is what you're meant to do, and you're gonna be great. All you have to do is to trust yourself and love yourself more, and know that you are meant to do this in your life. And I'm saying this to myself. And whatever that resonates with, take it with you, and live your day wonderfully, and act as if you are so blessed. Act as if. Remind yourself. It's like, oh, I'm in my love programming, not in my fear programming anymore. So I'm sending you guys so much love as usual, and sending you love. Have a great weekend, and going to heart. Come on, heart. Okay, thank you guys for being here. Have a great day and great weekend. I'll see you guys back on Monday. Bye, everybody.